Hello, everybody. I am Tina.
Hello, I am Zai, and welcome to another episode of Zero Fox Given Mondays.
Yes, and of course, we have a very special guest tonight to talk about money. And yes, he's an Access Consciousness certified facilitator. And yes, we have been with him last 2 weeks in a Zoom call, and we had so much fun. That's why we invited him once again to be with us. And how did we get so lucky? So yes, we welcome in our space our Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator, Ryan T. Hello, Ryan.
Yay!
Hey, hi everyone. Hi,
Welcome.
good evening. Hi, thank you, Tina, and thank you, Zai, for inviting me here. And the funny thing with Facebook Live is I cannot see who is actually watching. So how can they interact with us? Can they type question or?
Yeah, right now they can interact with us via the Facebook page and they can comment in their questions and we will just give you their questions if
Oh,
ever. Yeah.
all right. So let's roll.
Yes. So yeah, what a yeah.
All right. So tonight we are going to talk about the heavy topic, the most significant, the most serious topic on earth called money. Okay. So about 2 weeks ago, so Tina asked me about like maybe doing this Facebook Live, and so I asked her, okay, so what would be fun? What topic can we do? And then we got the energy of money, all right, because that's what everyone care about. And so I asked her, okay, so specifically, what about money? And then she came out with this topic. So if you don't like tonight's topic, blame her, okay? Blame Tina. So the topic is, it's all about money. Okay,
Yes.
so for tonight, we are not just going to talk and talk and talk. I hate just talking without changing things. We will actually talk and change something. All right. So we will use a lot of the tools and techniques from Access Consciousness. I would say mainly the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, power and pot, all nine, just boys and beyonds. By the way, Tina, and are they aware of the clearing statement? Do I need to explain that?
Most of them are aware. Yeah, most of them. But we have new people in. I think like right now we have 60 people watching us right now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, there are people here from, if you want to know, they're from different cities here in the Philippines. We have Quezon City, some people from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We have
Cool.
awesome. Yeah.
And so I believe we also have people from maybe Malaysia and Indonesia and Taiwan, I believe so, because I share it to them as well. Okay, cool. So by the way, if you're still wondering what is the clearing statement, the crazy phrase, the insane crazy phrase, right and wrong, good and bad, power and pot, all nine, just boys and beyonds, go to www.theclearingstatement.com. Okay, that's all I can say to you. All right. So I will talk a little bit about what I am aware of right now, and then let's see what everyone desire to ask, and then we will just have more fun. All right. So all of you, how many of you make your, well, I want to say your entire life, but I find that that's not true. How many of you make your adult life all about money? Okay, see, when you were a kid, right, did you have so many points of view, so many seriousness, so many significance about money? No. Okay. And did you have money problem? I would say no. Okay. For you, it's like having candy, having money, kind of the same. Okay. But as you grew up, you start to bought so many points of view. When I say bought, I mean like you get it from other people, you align with their points of view. So now money becomes something serious. Okay. You think you need money, but at the same time, you're like, no, I don't want to work for money. I hate working for money. How many of you do that, right? So it's like you are constantly in a state of having conflict, not just with money, but with yourself as well. It's like, I need money, but I hate doing things for money. All right. So what if you don't need to do things for money? So this is what I'm proposing to you tonight. What if you don't need to do things for money? By the way, that never worked anyway. How many of you realize that already? Okay, if not, stay tuned. Okay, so the easiest way for us is do what you love and let money come. Okay, how many of you, just by me saying that, do what you love and let money come, you feel like you see hope? You're like, oh my God, that's a different possibility. Actually, that's more your way of creating money. That's more your lifestyle. Okay, because if you have to force you to do something to get money, you actually hate it. Okay, and let's say maybe you have money problem, so you force yourself to work for money, doing things that you don't like to do, seeing people that you don't like to see. I totally get that. Right? So and then, or maybe saying things that you don't want to say to the people that you don't want to see anyway, right? So you will hate the whole process, and maybe you also hate money. You blame the whole world, like, whole world, why do I have to do this? Okay, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with this world? Okay, but at the same time, you see there are some people that they just have total ease with money. When you look at their world, you're like, are you actually working? They're like, nope, I'm just having fun. Why do you have to work so hard? Right? So money actually follows joy. Okay, what does it mean? When you are joyful, money comes easily. How many of you? Okay, I think most of you watching right now, I think they're in the same company with you, right, Tina and Zai, right? So you do the multi-level marketing sales, and for some of you maybe you also you are bus practitioner, so you run bus for people, so that can be considered a business as well. Okay, so that could be your income source. You know, when you desperately need money, people just don't come. Right? When you feel like, okay, oh my God, I got one client. Okay, I must get his money. And then suddenly the client said, I need to cancel my session because I got COVID. Okay, for whatever reason. Okay, so it's a cancel, and then suddenly your whole world collapsed. You're like, oh, what's wrong? Okay, but some other times, when you are just happy, joyful, you didn't think that much, you're like, oh, you want a session? Cool, sure, come to me. You want to buy my product? You're interested to know more? Sure, come to me. And then they just come.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are joyful, people come to you. When you are in that state of need, you know, the neediness, it just feels so heavy, you know, just by, see, get the energy of neediness. Do you feel heavy, contraction? You're like, ew, I just hate that. Yeah. But unfortunately, most people right now, I mean on earth, people function from lack. They feel like they have this lack and then the need to take. They always want to take something from you. So they are never truly happy. And then when you have so much heaviness in your world, people could sense it. People, they're like, okay, I have enough heavy feeling in my own world. If I go to you, oh my God, you have even more heavy feeling. Bye, I'm not coming. Okay. But when you are just joyful, happy, you know, sometimes even though they are not interested in the product that you are selling, they just want to know more because they like you. They want to connect with you. They're like, I don't know what you're doing, but you just have this sense of possibilities, joy. I would like to have more of that. Okay. So people actually come to you, and that including money, they come to you not really because of what you are doing. Okay, it could be because of what you're doing, but it's a lot more about what you're being. Okay, so if you are being joyful, that attracts money. Okay, if you are being like, I lack of money, I need to take your money. Oh, by the way, for all of you doing sales, how many of you, when you need money, when you have the desperate desire to get their money, you need to hide that as well? No, I'm not doing it for money. I'm here to help you, to contribute to you. And when you say that you hate it yourself, you're like, oh my God, I'm so fake. Tina, do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I think that I play that game too. Like, yeah, I don't need money. Like before joining Access Consciousness, it was also my yeah, that was my point of view. Like, you know, yeah, I don't need money, something like that. And yeah, I play that game. I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you.
But at
But
the same time, I need
limit.
your money, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the way, I'm saying this kind of to make fun of you all. Okay, I admit that directly, But at the same time, it's about to bring out all this energy, all this pattern that you are doing, but you are not that aware of you are doing. Okay, because we are normally we are not aware of what we are doing. Okay, we have so many behaviors that are automated, that we function from unconsciousness. Okay, so just by saying this, even though you feel like, oh my god, this mean bastard, he's talking about me, he's making fun of me, but you get that, oh my god, this is exactly what I'm doing, and then that come to the surface, and hopefully we get to change that. All right, so bear with me, forgive me if I offend you. Oh, by the way, no, forgive me if I haven't offended you. I think that would be more correct. So so we will use the clearing statement to change that. All right, so now we talk about a few things here. Let me start to use the clearing statement to change some of that. All right, so if you desire to have money but you need to hide it, what does that mean? Anyone want to answer?
No money.
No money? Okay. Well, if they answer online, you can just read
Oh,
it
yeah.
out as well.
Let's see. We're a bit delayed when we go online. Like when you ask a question, it like 4
There's a
seconds.
delay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's the thing.
Oh,
Zad, you have an answer to that? I like something.
so when you want money and you need to hide the fact that you want money, what does that mean?
It means you can't receive at all. No money.
Yeah, okay.
Kind
Well,
of
it
hide.
has,
Or faking it or not being true.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, see, so that's why I said, how many of you made your adult life all about money? Okay, so you see today, if you see your friend eating candy, so you would like to ask your friend, hey, can I have one? You don't feel wrong for asking that, right? You feel like, hey, can I have one, please? Okay, and your friend will say, sure, go for it. Okay, but when you want to ask for money, suddenly you're like, I'm going to commit the biggest crime ever. All right. So what if you can look at money just like you look at candy? Okay, that will be a lot more easier. That will also allow you to actually ask for it without feeling bad, feeling wrong, feeling shameful, feeling guilty. Okay. So how many judgments do you have about you needing money? You needing and desiring money. Okay, so everyone get this energy and let's change it. So everything this is where I will use the clear statement. Will you please destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, so that's how we use the clearing statement. So in case you are not so sure how this works, so for example, you feel like I need money, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Maybe you have a lot of memories in the past when you need money, other people reject you, they don't give it to you, they make you feel so wrong. Okay, they make you feel unworthy. Okay, or maybe you have a lot of self-judgment, like I need to do something right, I need to prove I'm good, I'm valuable to you, my product is good so that I deserve money. Okay, so you have a lot of all these past experiences, past memories associated with this statement of desiring or needing money. Okay, so when I ask that question, all this energy will come to the surface, and then I will ask, are you willing to destroy and uncreate it? So it's a limitation. You can, of course, destroy it like, okay, destroy it, okay? And you don't need to create it anymore because you are the creator of everything in your life, including your money problem. Hello?
Hello.
You don't just accidentally have money problem. You created that. And please get this, okay? A lot of people, they hate this statement. They're like, no, it's not that I create money problem. I love money. No, okay, you create the money problem. If you would acknowledge that, then now you're like, okay, so, oh, I made this choice in the past. I made this decision, so that's why I created money problem. Now I uncreate that. And what else can I create from here? All right, so let me run that one more time and see if you have any questions. So how many judgments do you have about you needing or desiring or wanting money? Okay, everything that brings up all the thoughts, feelings, and emotions, all the shame and guilt. or the wrongness, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so and if you could sense the energy, you might feel like something just got lifted and released from your body. So that's how it works. Okay. Yes, Tina. I saw you unmute yourself a few times, but I would just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. So now I will let you talk.
No, I'm just unmuting myself to agree on what you're saying. And yes, they're all agreeing. I think most of the watchers are aware of the clearing statement because they all said yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
Comments are-
awesome. All right. So, what if, okay, so now let me ask you this question. What would have to happen for you to ask for money without any quote unquote negative feeling? What would have to happen? Meaning, maybe what points of view you can let go. Without those point of view, you can finally ask for money without any issues.
What was that?
Well, you can tell me yours if you have any. So asking for, okay, so whatever that you desire to have, you need to ask for it. When I say ask for it, it's not just asking. It's about actually you acknowledging and admitting that, yes, this is my desire. You have to be honest with yourself. Okay. So if you want money and you pretend that you don't need money, you hate money, blah, 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 you're not going to get it. But if you are willing to be honest with yourself, by the way, you won't just get money, you get everything else. Okay. You can get anything with ease. So then you can ask for money with ease. Okay. And when you ask for money, the next thing, of course, it's about receiving. Okay. You ask and then you receive. But sometimes people ask and then they use so much energy to reject receiving. When money comes, so let's say maybe you don't have money right now. You're like, what will it take for me to have more money? And then suddenly people call you, hey, you're doing this and this. Okay, I would like to know more. Can I meet you? And then suddenly you're like, oh my God, I don't think I'm good enough. Okay, I'm nervous. Okay, I don't want, I cannot. All right, so this is how you reject money. This is how you won't allow you to receive. Okay, so asking and receiving. This is how it works. This is actually the one of the laws of the universe. Okay, so be willing to ask for it. Okay, so let me do more clearing about that, so that maybe you can ask for money. No, let's do this first. Okay, everyone, try this. Think of a client. Okay, it can be a imaginary one. It doesn't have to be a real person. Think about a client. Okay, and in your mind, say to this person, can I have the money now, please? You're like, do I really have to say that directly? All right, Tina and Zai. Okay, how do you feel when I ask you to do that?
It makes me giggle. We always do.
You always do that? Ah, great. Okay. So that become easier and easier for you. All right. So what about the rest of you?
What about them?
For some people, it's so hard for them to even say it.
Yeah.
Anyone feeling that?
Let's see. They're saying, that's me. They're saying that's me.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
So what have you decided about who you are and who and what you are and who and what you are not? That asking and receiving money has to be difficult and not natural to you. Okay. Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and credit all. Well, that has a lot of self-judgments. Like, I don't deserve it. I'm not good enough. I can never have it. I can never have it. I can never have it. So all the energy to bring up, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. So again, so who or what have you decided you are And who and what have you decided you are not that keeps you from having the total ease and joy of asking and receiving money all the time, 24/7? Everything that is times a gazillion, we're now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, still have a lot of energy. Let me do it a few more times and then let's see if it changed anything. So who or what have you decided you are and you are not? Oh, and who and what has other people told you about you? For example, your mom will tell you, you are just not good with money. You are stupid with money, for example. Okay, so who or what has other people told you about you with regards to money that keeps you not able and not willing to ask and receive money with total ease all the time? Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pug and pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, that changed something. Now let's try it again, everyone. So maybe think about the same person or different person, up to you. Now, say it in your mind or out loud. Hey, can I have the money now, please? Even though you could do it before, now you feel like it's even easier. You can say it with a smile. Okay, and when you say it with a smile, you're more likely to get it. Okay, because when you couldn't say it with a smile, it still feels like it's serious and then something is wrong. I need to hide it. Okay, by the way, there is no point in hiding it. Let me tell you why. People always know anyway. No matter how hard you try to hide, people always know. Right? And the more you want to hide, the more weird it becomes. Okay, and then people will just run away. Okay, but if you have no points of view about asking for money, you don't have any negative points of view about whether you can or cannot, you can ask with ease, and it's more likely that people will give it to you. Okay, cool. So now let me go back to what I started earlier. So how many of you made your adult life all about money? All right, so meaning from or at what age did you give up the joy with money that you were? Everything that is, so meaning you become like your parents, you became like those adults. Okay, when you were a kid, you're like, I never want to be like them, and then somehow, somewhere, some way, you become like them. Everything that brings up times a gazillion will now please destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, punk and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so actually, I don't really agree with this title, but I want to go with this title. Okay, so it's not all about money, it's all about you. Okay, when you make it all about money, it's going to be heavy for sure, and money will control you. Okay, so many of you, the reason why you hate money, when I say hate money, I don't mean you cognitively hate money, like money is a bad thing, go away. It's cognitively, you're like, oh, I would love to have that, but unconsciously, you're like, money is bad, money is wrong, I don't want to be controlled by money, why people fight for money, why they argue for money, blah, blah, blah. So when you make it not about money, but at the same time you allow money to come, then things become easier. Okay, so how many points of view do you have? Ooh, and how many lies? Okay, meaning things that are not true. How many points of view and lies do you have to make everything about money? So money will determine what you do. Money will determine what you cannot do. How often when you want to buy something or maybe go holiday, you say, I don't have the money. So money becomes what limits your choice. Okay, but let me tell you why that is a lie. Okay, how many of you, let's say you don't have money, but when you truly want to have something, you create the money. Right? Look back in your entire life. How often when you didn't have money, somehow you magically, miraculously create the money. money just show up. You don't even know how it show up, and usually when it shows up, it's exactly the amount that you need. Okay, so let's say you need to go to another city. Okay, you need to fly somewhere to attend, let's say, a class. Okay, and the money that you magically created, it was just the exact amount for the class and maybe also your travel. But then nothing else, nothing more. All right. Guess what? Because you didn't ask for it. You didn't ask for more. You're like, I want this. That's all I want. Okay, so that's why you created. You created exactly that. Okay, you created exactly that. Didn't mean that you had problem with your creation. Okay, it actually means that you could create, but just normally you didn't tap into that power that you have to create. Okay, so all the lies and points of view that you have to make everything about money, and that money dominates your life, control your life, limit the choices that you can have. Let's destroy and create all of that. Let's change it today. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Woohoo! I can hear some of you like, yeah. All right, so I would like to take some questions.
Yeah, they're all saying yes, and basically they're agreeing with you. And wait, let's look for questions. I do have something on your end.
I don't know. I'm speechless.
Ask me
Agree.
anything.
I think we're
Yes, and it's true. It's true. I don't know. Yeah, but how do we? Can you like as for my story before, I didn't really expect after reading and after receiving bars and after reading the book Money Isn't the Problem You Are, everything has really changed. And now when we talk about money, it's like it's not that heavy at all, and it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, talking about bars, can we talk about bars
Sure,
and
we
how?
talk about anything.
Yes, and how it can really help a person when it comes to receiving, especially the what money, because in the Philippines, money is actually, we have a lot of POV or judgments about money because of the programs from our family, and yeah, like, and of course from the Bible, like money is a root of all evil.
Oh, now we blame the Bible. I like that.
It's just that um it's actually like we grew up in that, like some of Filipino parents use that line to us, of course, to the children. So how do we pocket pod that? How do we destroy it and create that one?
So I haven't been to Philippines yet, and so unfortunately I don't know that much about the culture there. But please let me know, like, what are those points of view that you normally get from people around you, or from the church or religion or family? Like, what are those things that they always repeat to you, install in you, and remind you constantly in case you forget about that limitation? So what are those? Let me know.
yeah, one thing that affects, I mean, one thing that is programmed in our subconscious minds is most of the TV shows, all the protagonists are poor. Like, they elevate, like, it's better to be poor, something like that. Those are the,
It's better to
um,
be poor. Okay,
yeah, those
very
are,
interesting part of it.
yeah,
And
I mean, those are the movies or the series that we grew up with. Like, most of the protagonists in a movie or series are usually the poor,
Okay, all
and
right.
the
So,
rich ones are evil.
oh, I like that. Meaning, I'm a mini evil. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm rich, but I'm a mini evil. Okay, all right. So cool. Let's go with this, and then let's see what else shows up after this. All right. So everyone, Oh, when you think about rich people, do you feel like you just want to separate from them? They are mean, they are terrible, they are selfish, they never do anything good. Oh, and by the way, they are secretly unhappy. All they care about is money. They don't have a life. At least I'm happy. You're proud of you being poor. Oops, was that out loud and direct? How many of you have the proud of no money? Okay, and when I say this, I'm not making fun of you. I'm very serious. This is a one of the primary energies holding the limitation in place. Okay, when you are proud of something, it has a lot of rightness in it as well. Okay, it's like, so for example, maybe you don't have money, or maybe your parents, they didn't have money, and then they tell you like, at least we are not bad. Those rich people, they do all the bad things. Okay, so to make your lack of money feel right, so everything that created that proud of suffering. Okay, I was say proud of suffering. Wow. Ooh, will you please destroy and create all of that? Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and hot, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, now let's move on to the rich people. So when you think about those rich people, what are your like main three judgments? So what's your judgments of the rich people? Let me know.
They like
My
fun.
friend.
Yeah, what?
Kidding. Nothing.
They
I don't
like
know.
fine things. Oh, yeah. What's their judgment?
A lot of
Rich,
people. Mhm.
those who own the subdivisions, though, those who own the lands, those
Mhm.
people. Yeah, I used to not like them because
Mhm.
I hate them. I used
Mhm.
to because they destroy the lands, and
Mhm. Yes.
yeah, so there, but not at all.
Yes. So, thank you for this. This is something that we all need to get clear about. Okay, it's never the issue of money. Okay, so for example, just now you mentioned the book, "Money is Not a Problem, You Are." Okay, um, there are a lot of rich people that are very kind and generous. Okay, and contributing to the whole world. Okay, and of course there are terrible, mean people that are rich and they just do more destruction. Okay. Oh, Tina said rich people are lonely. Okay. No, 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 no. You are not lonely. When you are rich, you have a lot of people come to you because they want your money. I will talk more about that later. Okay. So, see. And then there are people that, let's say, they might be poor, or maybe they are just moderate. They are not poor, but they don't have that much money. Okay. Uh, they, but they can still be generous and kind. Okay, so meaning there are poor people that are good people, and there are poor people that are terrible people, and there are also rich people that are good, and there are, of course, there are rich people that are evil. Okay, so let's say someone is mean, terrible, evil. Okay, when that person has money, they do more destruction. Okay, when they don't have money, they are still terrible, but they do less destruction because they are not that powerful. Money does give you power, okay, to some degree. And there are a lot of kind people, okay? Because of all the judgment, because of what you see out there, you're like, oh my God, all those rich people, they are terrible. I don't want to be like them. So guess what? When you say you don't want to be like them, you separate from that energy of money. But actually, if you have money, okay, now everyone, be honest with yourself. Don't judge you, okay? Truly think about this. If you have, let's say, 100 times more money, not just 10, not just two times, like 100 times more money, okay, what will you do? Will you actually create more destruction? No, you definitely know. You clearly know you won't do that. Okay. Can you help more people?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's say if you have 1,000 times more money, okay, can you contribute more to planet Earth?
Yes.
Yeah. So for example, maybe a piece of land, you can just buy it to preserve it, to keep it untouched. So my question for you is, why not? Okay. But if you keep judging those rich people, thinking rich people must be bad, then you won't let you be one of those rich people. Okay? Whatever that you judge, you won't let you become. Because you don't want other people to judge you as one of those rich evil. Okay? So all the judgments that you have about rich people and all the points of view about what they do, what they always do, how wrong, how evil they are, will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And especially when you have those judgments, you focus only on those rich people that are mean and evil. Okay, so you exclude those rich and kind and generous people from your awareness. Okay, so what if now you start asking, when I say asking, I don't mean just ask yourself, but ask the universe, like, hey, universe, can you show me more examples of rich, of people that are rich and contributing to planet Earth? Okay, and ask and you shall receive. Okay, that's also in the Bible. Okay, so let's not blame the Bible. This is something that that's hidden in the Bible. Ask and you shall receive. When you ask for that, so the universe will show you, like, okay, see, this person, this person, this person, and this person, and then suddenly, and then slowly, bit by bit, it start to change your point of view. Like, oh yeah, people can be rich and still be very kind. Why did I have that point of view that all rich people are bad and wrong? Okay, so wherever you got this point of view, maybe from your family or from TV programs, from friends, and from a lot of other people that don't have money, but they feel so proud and so right in their poverty, will you please destroy and create all of that as well? Right, wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, when you have money, it's unavoidable that people will judge you. Okay, people will judge you. They will, you see, just like how you, when you think about those rich people, even though they are good, they are kind people, but you just still have that projection. They might be bad and terrible, right? So allow that to happen to you as well. Okay, and allow people to have jealousy about you, allow people to envy about you. Okay, a lot of us, we feel uncomfortable when that happens. We always want other people around us to feel good. Okay, you're like, oh, I want to be your friend. Okay, so let's be poor together. That sounds really wrong. Okay, I mean, seriously, ask yourself this. Let's say you hit the jackpot. Okay, let's say tonight or tomorrow night, you hit the jackpot. Okay, so you are like overnight millionaire. Okay, now think about each and all of your friends, those people, and including colleagues and family members. Think about each and all of them. How many of them that you know they will be happy for you becoming an overnight millionaire?
A lot.
A lot? They will be happy for you?
Yeah.
Your
Really?
family, yes,
Or-
but not all.
But not,
Of course not all.
but
But
not,
Yeah,
I mean, there should be some.
yeah,
Okay.
there are some that will be.
Okay.
because they will
Then
also benefit from us being rich.
there will be what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
They
Benefit.
will also,
Okay. Okay. Well, that might be true. Okay. A lot of, okay, so no matter how many people will be happy for you, but there will be some other people that will not be happy for you. Okay, I don't know about your culture. Maybe that's true in your culture, but I'm very sure in my culture and many other cultures. Okay, when you are more successful, when you are rich, when you are happier, there will be people that separate from you. There will be people that judge you. They see that you have money, they will be asking, why is it you? Why not me? Okay, so it's because of the function from lack. They don't have money. They feel like money is a limited resources. So if you have it, meaning I won't have it. Okay. But if you truly function from abundance, okay, you know that money is infinite. You can have it, I can have it, we all can have it. It's just a choice. Then you won't have this. Okay, so this is what we call the generosity of spirit in excess. So the more that you function from generosity of spirit, when you see someone else have more, you are actually happy for them. You don't separate from that energy. You could allow you to have that, and you can ask for that. And if that's really your choice, you can have it. Okay, so that's what you need to be. Okay, so if you would like to have more in your life, and at the same time, you will also know there are a lot of people that they don't have the generosity of spirit. They will have envy, they will have hatred, they will have jealousy, they might even secretly compare themselves with you. So maybe let's say they are your friends for 20 years. Okay, both of you used to have no money, and then now you have money. That person will feel like, when I think about you, you changed so much. I feel like I'm a failure. I'm terrible. Why I never change? Okay, so you this is something that we cannot change. Okay, we would like to have, we would really like to have more people be happy, but sometimes people won't change. Okay, they will just choose to believe what they want to believe. Okay, so everything, all the feelings that you don't want other people to have because you have money, all the energies that you try to avoid, that you used to try to avoid that, and keep you just like those people. Okay, even though if you have money, you never have too much. You have a bit more, and then you have to go back. You have a little bit more, and then you have to go back. Okay, so that you still appear normal to them, so that they don't feel bad. They still feel like we are friends. Will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so what else would you like to know? What other questions do they have?
Yeah, another one here is making ourselves wrong for having money. Like one of the reasons why maybe a lot of Filipinos would not want to get rich is I'm speaking also for myself, like yeah, aside from the judgments, like yeah, people will also ask more more from you, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They try to
That
benefit
kind
from you.
yeah.
And then maybe you think, when I have money, I don't know who is my true friend, right? Those people, are they here for me or are they here for my money, right? Um, well, the only solution is awareness. When you are aware, you know who are here for only your money, okay? And don't make them wrong, okay? They might be, well, because of they have limitations with money, it doesn't mean they are terrible or wrong people, okay? They have the limitations that they have to go through. Um, but if you resist that, if you hate to see that, it creates more limitation in your own world,
Mm.
okay? So what you really need to learn is to say no, okay? And a lot of us, we hate to say no to other people. Okay, saying no it's not wrong. Saying no doesn't mean you are a bad or selfish person. Okay, like okay, now everyone think about this. How often you try to help someone with money? Maybe you give them money. Okay, and do you see them changing or do you see them only come back for more?
Come back for
Okay, very often they come back for more when they need money. Okay, if you give them money, they they are happy for maybe one day, and then after 3 days they're back to where they were, and then they come to ask for more. They need more from you. Okay, so sometimes by not giving them, okay, the willingness to give them, even though it might feel like you are very cruel, you are unkind, but it actually helps them. When they realize they can't keep taking, then they have to start changing, and then they have to find different way to create money. Okay, so all of you, everywhere that you're not willing to say no to other people, saying no is always make you feel wrong, feel bad. And when you are not willing to say no, and when people know that it's hard for you to say no, they will come to you because you are the one that they can easily manipulate. So everything that brings up times a gazillion, everywhere that you make you the target for them to take more from, will you please destroy and credit all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, and this doesn't mean just friends. It can be also family. Okay, let's not go into the right or wrong, like should you give them or not give them money. Okay, it's your money, it's your choice. It's not a necessity, it's not an obligation. If you function from need and the rightness and the obligation, you will always feel like I must give them. And at the same time, you know, if I give them, I will be unhappy, they will come back for more, nothing changed. So why not you learn to say no? Okay, so if you can say no, then this is also one way of you, I would say, protecting your money. Okay, so if you have money, when I say protect, I don't mean like people will come and rob you, but you need to learn how to keep the money with you, not holding on to it. Holding on to it is, it's probably from the lack and the greed, but this is like, this is my money. I know what works for me. Giving you money, it doesn't work for me. All right, so I'm not going to do that. And you can do it if it works for you. Meaning, let me tell you one example of how it could work. If you want to get rid of someone, lend them money. Okay, so let's say there are some people that are very annoying. Okay, if you lend them money, they will never come back because they don't want to return that money to you.
Yeah, that's my mom's favorite line. She tells me, if you want to lose friends, lend them money.
Well, those are not friends anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a good way of getting rid of them. Might be a little bit expensive, but it gives you a lot of ease. When you think about it, you can have a good laugh like, yes, I did it. I get rid of those terrible people. Yes, Zai, I saw you unmute yourself. Do you want to add something?
Idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah, see, access consciousness is really weird and crazy. So a lot of people, they actually cannot receive this. They're like, oh my God, whatever you say, it sounds so wrong. It's so wrong in many levels, right? It's because they are judgmental, okay? They have so many judgment about what's right, what's wrong. And it's exactly those judgments that are keeping them stuck, okay? When you come out from the polarity, okay, so supposedly if you don't have judgments, we live in a world of oneness, okay? But now people have so many right and wrong, so they create separation, they have polarity. You have less and lesser choice. Okay, whatever that you want to do, for example, you want to say no to someone, but because you feel that's wrong, you couldn't do it, so you have one choice less. Okay, so judgments, they create distraction, they take away your choices. Okay, so how many judgments with money do you have? Okay, that would allow you to enjoy having money. When I say enjoy having money, I don't mean just buy a lot of stuff. A lot of people, when they think about enjoying money, that's the first thing that comes into their mind. Okay, that could include empowering other people, changing the world. Okay, that gives you a lot of joy in many different levels as well. Okay, so everywhere that when you think about money, it's all about spending, buying things that you don't need, and then feel regret and then judge yourself instead of like creating a whole different world for you, for people around you, and for the whole world. Will you please destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Yes, Tina?
Yes, there's a question here. How do we create a balance when you are in the space of abundance but are living with people who are in the space of scarcity?
Like who?
Family, I think. This is family.
You can move away.
Move away.
That's always a choice.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but you see, you wouldn't even consider that because you have some points of view that you should stay with them. Okay, so it takes away your choice. What if This, again, it's not about right or wrong. It's about, okay, what works for me? Where do I want to live? Who do I want to spend my time with? Okay, and by the way, please know you cannot change your family. If they don't change you, you are lucky enough. Don't try to change them. It never works.
Here's another question. What if that person you want to get rid of is your family? So yeah, I think you answered it already. So divorce them, divorce them.
Well, lend them money. And then after you lend them money, call them 3 times per day. When are you going to return it back to me? I feel so insecure. I don't think you are going to give it back to me. Annoy them so much. The next time when you call them, they don't want to answer you anymore. Congratulations, you are free. What's wrong with me tonight? I keep saying all the wrong things. But, well,
I think that's the energy now.
saying, that's me, saying everything that is wrong according to this reality, but it sets you free. That's what you need to know, you need to hear anyway. Kids always know that. Okay, kids, they're always more aware, more conscious. You know, for example, they will say no to you, okay? But when you grow up, you lose all those choices, you lose those fun. All right, so do we have any other questions?
They want to have this answered again. What if that person you want to get rid of is your family? So divorce them. I think it's just delayed on their end. That's why they repeated it.
Okay.
So far, those are the answers. But here are comments from Fena. You are rock, Ryan, and more terrible.
Thank you, Fena.
Yeah. So far, yeah. Everybody is agreeing to what you're saying, and they can relate so much to all the clearings that we've done. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, let's not just agree because it sounds like it will give you possibilities, but what if you actually choose to be that? Okay, if you choose to be that, we all together, okay, maybe separately we create something magical in this world as well, and we all together we can create a lot more changes in this world. Okay, how often we saw something online or we heard something like a Facebook Live or podcast or something, you're like, oh my God, that's a good idea, and then you never take action. Okay, so start to move toward that direction. Okay, forget about what other people do with money. Whatever they do, no matter how much destruction they have been doing or they are still doing, what if they are irrelevant? They are really irrelevant. You just somehow make that relevant to you. You're like, oh my God, that's what rich people do. Okay, what if one day when I have money, maybe I'll be like them? No, don't worry, you won't. If you would be like that, you won't ask yourself this question. Okay, you having this concern, you are not going to do destruction. Don't worry. Okay, and money follow joy. Okay, be joyful, and then do what you love, and let money come.
And here's another question. Sorry, I missed this one. What if that person keeps on asking money and you keep on giving and still sticks with you and still asks for money? Doesn't go away.
Well, this is where you need to have some acting skill. Okay, before that person asks you money again, ask that person. I feel really bad to mention this to you, but I'm in deep trouble. The money that I gave you last time, can I please have it back a little bit, please? You will see that person run away. I mean, this is education, okay? You need to know how to deal with people, how to deal with people that just try to take more from you. Those people that they just keep asking you for more money, that you might consider them as friends or family, but please know, energetically, they are just using you. Okay, they are not true friends. You need to learn. See, money is a big topic. It's not really directly about money. It's about how you deal with life, how you deal with people, how you deal with manipulative people as well. So Be good in acting.
Thank you for that tip. It's like manipulation.
Yeah, and
Have
manipulation
you
is not wrong. Okay,
have
it's
you
just a
done those
yeah.
before?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Done those techniques before?
Yeah. So have no points of view about what people want to do to you or with you when you have money. Okay, don't judge them. But at the same time, you have to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Okay, if you know something doesn't work for you but you keep doing it, this is actually you not honoring of you. Okay, every time when you want to say no to someone, you really want to say no, but in the end you still say yes, and then you feel bad. This is again, you don't honor you don't care about yourself. Okay, and caring for yourself, oh my god, that's another huge topic. Oh, by the way, I have this group session coming. It's called the what, kindness to self. Yeah, see, let me talk a little bit about that. Okay, if you would be kind to you, a lot of people, they see kindness as something not valuable. They are like, what do you mean kindness? I have so many other problems that I need to deal with. But let's say, if you are truly kind to you, would you put you in a financial stress? No, you won't. Okay. Would you hang out with those people that are not true friends but only want to use you, manipulate you, and take from you? No, you won't. Will you keep on enduring those unhappy situations, or will you actually change it? Okay. So a lot of the issues start from us not caring enough for ourselves, not being kind to ourselves, not honoring of ourselves, and then we create so many problems. Okay, so money is never the real issue. When you don't have money, you will always look at money as the issue. You will think that money is a problem, and you will also think that money will come and solve all your problems. Okay, so you see, if you have a friend that make you their solution, do you like it? If you have a friend that make you the problem and at the same time make you the solution, it's all your fault. Come and fix this problem. You are not going to like it. Okay, so this is how a lot of people are treating money. Okay, so money is the problem that we see on the surface, but underneath that, it has so many different things. Okay, it could be about your receiving, it could be about your self-love, self-caring, and the kindness to self, and well, whatever else. Okay, so that's what I have upcoming next Tuesday, I think. I'm not so sure.
You have, would you like us to promote your classes now? I mean, like, we'll show the posters.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So yeah, Ryan has awesome classes coming up, and yes, in a moment I'm gonna show it to you.
And then
So
the rest of you,
yeah.
they're like, oh my god, he's going to sell me something. I knew it, I knew it.
No. So here are the upcoming calls and classes. Yes, we have the money isn't the problem. You are more than just a book club.
Yes, more than just a book club.
Yeah. So that's it. So this is 6 calls starting this October 26th. And then the one that you mentioned is
Okay,
kind.
hold on. Can you go back to that? Let me talk a little bit about this. So Gary and Dane, they wrote this book called titled "Money is Not the Problem, You Are." And I'm sure after tonight's call, this Facebook Live, you start to have more awareness that money is really not the problem. It's about what we have chosen in the past, what points of view we have, what judgments we have about rich people, or we have about money, blah blah blah. Many years ago, I avoided this book. I bought it and I never read it. Just like all of you, I'm sure when you buy books, you're like, oh, I love this book, and then you bought it and then you never read it. Okay, or maybe you read 3 pages. If you're lucky, 6 pages, and then put it aside. Okay, so I didn't read this book for years. And then one day, finally, I read it. And when I read it, I was like, oh my God, everything that I need to know, it's here. Damn it, why did I spend years like trying to solve the money problems, but ignoring this great resource that I have. Okay, and then finally I realized it's because of I wasn't willing to admit that I was the problem. Okay, I just love to keep on blaming money. It's because of money. It's because of this person. It's because of my family. Or like you all. It's because of the Bible. Okay, some of you, not you all. Okay, so I read this book and it's a great book. I'm not sure how much it is. I think maybe $25 or 35. I'm not sure. So it's a good book. It has 6 chapters. So I'm going to do a book club, but it won't be just a book club. Okay, I cannot read line by line. So I'm not going to read the book to you. Okay, I will never do that. It's too hard for me. So we will talk about the content, whatever that's in the book, in a very free-form way. So meaning you can read the book, or if you don't have the book, that's fine. Bring your questions, and then we just see what possibilities we can create. So it's a weekly call. So it's on every Monday, starting next Monday for 6 weeks until the end of November. Okay, so that's why I call it more than just a book club. Book club, but not book club. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And I think they may be interested now to join that. And we have another group, Symphony Taster, the one that
Yay.
kindness to self.
Yes.
This October 27th.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to invite you to something very different. So I've been doing this group symphony taster session for months. Okay, I did it in Mandarin. This is one of the topics that I did previously. And then earlier this month, I did the first one in English. And then after that, this topic pops up again. Like, yes, this needs to be in English as well. So that's why I'm doing it. And when I got this picture, this graphic that you are seeing right now, I sense a very different energy with this session. So one morning when I woke up, I looked at my phone and then I saw this. I felt like I just could download it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to invite you all to do now. So look at this picture and then just connect with it and ask to download it. Whoa, ooh, what do you feel?
Oh, awesome.
Do you feel?
Yeah.
I have no words to describe this. So that's what I've noticed. And of course, some people will say, yes, I downloaded it. I don't need to join it. Yeah, feel free to think about it that way. I don't really care. But I would say this is an invitation to a very different way of being with yourself. Okay, start to have kindness with yourself and problems will be gone.
Wow.
All right.
Awesome.
And I love this picture.
Me too. I love that's nice. This one. Thank you so much for that. And another class?
X-Men.
X-Men.
Have you all watched X-Men? The Wolverine, the Magneto, or what else? So those mutants, right? Those weird people. They spend their entire life thinking they are wrong, they are weird because they are different. Okay, please know, you being different is what you are. You are always going to be so different. You can never be normal. Every time when you try to be normal, you force yourself to be normal, it's going to be like terrible. It hurts, right? So those X-Men in the movie, they feel so wrong for their differences, and so they have to hide themselves. They judge themselves. People judge them. People look at them like, "Hey, you weirdo, you crazy." People go away, blah blah blah. So in Access, we have this special class. It's a really specialty. It's a specialty class called the Access X-Men. It's about letting you to discover all those problems that you have. Okay, those weirdness that you have, that you think are problems or wrongness, they are actually possibilities. They are your greatness. Okay, so just like those X-Men characters, once they know that their differences are not wrongness, but actually superpower. They can use it to create a lot of fun. They can change the world. Okay, so this is a class that you will start to know how weird you are and not feeling wrong and enjoy it.
Wow.
That's
Love
why
this.
it's called the undiscovered possibility.
Love this. And here's another one. Thank you, Ryan. And here's another one. Being you.
Being you in business. Um, hmm, what should I say about this? So Dr. Dane here, the co-creator of Access Consciousness, he started this movement, okay, many years ago when he first published this book called Being You, Changing the World. Have you all read that or know about this book? Okay, if not, buy it and read it, okay? So it started as a book, Being You, Changing the World. And then after that, he also created classes with the same title. And then, so about 10 years ago, no one really talked about being you. People don't really understand this. But nowadays, you see a lot more people talk about being you in so many different areas. Okay, so it starts to become something that people see the value of that. Okay, so I'm also the being you specialty class facilitator. So I teach these classes, I facilitate these classes. Um, being you in business is something very unique because a lot of people, when they come to business, they have so many conclusions, so many points of view about how to do it, how they should do it, how they want to get it right. Okay, you see how other people do it, and then you try to follow how they do it. Of course, it's not going to be fun. Okay, and of course, you're not going to get the same result like other people. Okay, the reason why you try to follow other people's way is because you have decided you cannot be right, they are more right. Okay, but what if you realize you don't need to copy anyone else, you just need to be you, and by you being you, you realize you actually have talents, you have awareness, you have abilities that other people might not have in the area of business. Okay, so then you don't need to lose yourself in business. A lot of people, they lose themselves in business. They started a business with the fantasy, oh, with this business, I'm going to be, well, after a few months or maybe years, I will be financially free. Okay, I will have time, I will have money, I will be happy. Guess what? They don't have happiness, they don't have time, they don't have money. And they work so hard. They don't enjoy their business. All they have is busyness. Do non-stop of doing, and well, that's it. So that's why I'm doing this being you in business again. And recently I got a lot of awareness about business, so that's why I want to do this class again. This is the second time I'm doing it this year, and probably not after this. So that's it.
Yay. Thank you so much. So if you want to have more of Ryan and more of his clearings, they really had fun with you. There are comments here that um, they love the way you laugh at us, at our points of view.
I laugh at you, right?
And those, yeah, I think
The
there's,
reason why I can laugh at you is because I've been there, done that. I was, well, long time ago, I had all those problems,
they
and I
have
worked
this,
on myself to change all this, so that now, well, I can bring. See, every time when you change something, it's not just you changing something. You actually open the pathway for other people to walk on this pathway as well. So I changed a lot, and I'm sure every time you see me, maybe the last time you saw me was 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
The next time you see me, I'm still me, but you feel like you're different somehow, somewhere, some way, right? So I keep changing and changing and changing, and I keep getting new awarenesses. So that's why I'm doing all these classes to share with you all.
Yeah, thank you
And
so
by the way, I will tell you directly, I'm also here to make money. I'm not going to hide that.
Yeah, of course, of course. That's why we want to promote your calls and classes, because I know this is a contribution for you. Just to let everybody know that I have been with Ryan's class last, like the bars. He was my third. Yeah, he was the third bars class that I attended. It was so fun, and I also took his foundation class, and I also attended the ending stupidity about money.
Money.
Yeah, that one also. So yeah, and of course, yeah, last time's group symphony taster. That's why I really wanted to promote the group symphony taster, because it has been a contribution for me this past few weeks. Like many possibilities are opening up for me. Like, you know, ACN youth organization is tapping me like, what, really, me? And those kind of things. And yeah, though, and I feel that your taster was one of those contribution for that. And yes, so that's why we're inviting you all for for all these calls. And
To
thank you.
have more possibilities in your life. That's the real reason why I'm doing this. Money, yes, included that, but well, and more. If you make it all about the money, you see, when I talk about my classes, you don't feel like I'm trying to force you to come to my classes.
Mhm.
So if you are in, if you are doing sales, okay, if you are selling something, if you have the need that people must buy from you, well, it's not going to be fun for you. It's not going to be fun for them. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I think Zai, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to ask, would there be prerequisites for the classes, like especially the being you in business?
No, the only class that has prereq is the X-Men class. You need to attend BAS first. The rest are without prereqs.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Awesome. So here are comments here. They love your evil laugh when you do their BS.
Me?
Yeah.
You? What are you talking about? How can you say that about me?
Yeah, so yeah, and they're saying, how did we get so lucky? So yeah, so thank you so much for tonight, and I think yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
hope to have you here again and
I
again.
enjoy this. I enjoy the presence of two of you, beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
Yay! And the rest of you online, unfortunately, I cannot see you, okay? Because
Yeah,
this is
I'm sorry.
broadcasting from Zoom to Facebook.
I think it's my fault because I did not send the link to you. So next time I'm gonna send the link. I'm sure I'll send the link. The link I wasn't able to send to you. That was the
But
one.
even though I don't see you, I sense your energy. That's why you see when I talk about those things just now, and then when I did the clearing, it worked on you because I have to work harder to see where you are, what's in your world, to bring it out, and then let's change it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight, Ryan. We really had fun. And I love your techniques. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you.
the additional drama, the technical acting.
Okay, so all right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and please rewatch this. Every time when you rewatch this, it works on you to clear things in a deeper level. And with all the other classes that we talked about just now, you will also get recording in case you couldn't attend live, or even if you attend live, when you re-listen, you get different things as well. Okay, so hope to see you in class, or maybe the next Facebook Live or another Zoom somewhere somehow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tina.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank
Zai.
you, everybody. See you, and thank you everyone for watching the Zero Fox Given Mondays, and we hope to see you next week. Blessings.
Do you call this the what? No Fox Given or
Zero
something?
Fox Given, yeah.
Zero Fox Given. Yes.
Yeah. I don't
All right.
Fox. See you.